welcome back to Naya Reads and Vlogs! I'm going to be reading for 24 hours. Okay, to be completely honest, will I read every hour of those 24 hours? Probably not. Today is December 8th, Friday. It is currently 3 p.m. right now, and I decided yesterday that I would be participating in Zoe from Read by Zoe's 24-hour holiday readathon. Now, I have seen these videos going around for quite a while on BookTube. I have just been wanting to do so badly a 24-hour readathon, but I didn't want to just like do one by myself because I feel like I would kind of lose motivation and then give up like 12 hours into it. I kid you not, 2 days after like talking about wanting to do a 24-hour readathon, Zoe on Twitter announces or releases a video saying, hey, I'm going to be doing my 24-hour readathon again, and it's going to be like a holiday one. And so I was literally so excited. I am like, Zoe, I am doing this. I am so pumped. So here I am now with my giant, well, kind of semi-giant TBR pile I have right here, which I'm about to share with you guys. Right now, I am currently 25 pages away from finishing Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. So I'm going to finish this as soon as I finish filming this thing. I'm going to finish reading this just to have this book done, which I'm so sad about because it's such a good book and I don't want it to be over, but we must finish this in order to move forward with life. My TBR pile here is only 3 books, which I feel pretty confident that I'll be able to finish at least 2 of them, which is like my overall goal. So the first book I have here on my list is actually a short book. It's only like 265 pages. It has been on my TBR pile forever and ever, and I've just been wanting to read it since it like came out. Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. So this is the first book on my TBR. It's like, if you guys don't know, I have been reading Outlander, which I just finished, and ever since finishing Outlander, I feel like YA books or young adult books in comparison are so short. So my confidence in how quickly I'll be able to finish these books has just boosted so much ever since I finished reading Outlander. This is my first book on my TBR list. Now the second book that I have here, I have just been waiting for this readathon to start because I was like, as soon as I decided I was doing it, I'm like, this is the book that I have to have on my TBR list because it just has to be on that list. It just has to be there. Beneath the Sugar Skies by Sheena McGuire. This is an arc of the last book in Sheena McGuire's Every Heart a Doorway series, one of my favorite series of all times, ever in the whole world. I got this arc sent to me like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it has just literally been staring at me, and I have resisted reading it because I know that I want to like probably finish it in one sitting, and what better opportunity to finish it in one sitting than during a 24-hour readathon. So I will be reading this book also. Lastly, if I can finish those 2 books, the next book that is holiday themed, because even though Zoe said you don't technically have to have holiday themed books, I still want to have at least one holiday Christmassy book in there to, you know, get in the spirit of Christmas. So I chose The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand. Now this book follows a girl who was visited by the ghosts of Christmas past because she's kind of like a Scrooge and is just very like spoiled and bratty. And so of course, if you guys know the original story of like the Scrooge, I think that's what the story is called. This girl gets visited and is warned to change her ways before she ends up dead, but doesn't change her ways. And so she ends up dead, and so now she becomes a ghost of Christmas past and has to visit people in hopes that they'll change their ways unlike she did. Just very Christmassy colored, and well, it's like black, but you guys know what I mean. There's some red in there. This is my TBR pile for the 24-hour readathon. I'm so excited. It is officially the start of the readathon. Ah! So it is officially December 9th, which means it is officially the start of the 24-hour readathon. I just finished reading Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and hence why I'm looking a hot mess. Tears were a shed. It was like, it was a hard book for me to finish, but I finished it, and now it's just like I can't stop thinking about it, and this readathon is just getting off to a great start here. Hot mess status already at a 10, and it is only like 12:01. So my first book that I'm going to start reading is Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. Now my plan for this readathon isn't to stay up all night, because originally I was going to do that. I was like, I'm going to just take a nap, which I did for like an hour, and then I woke up. I'm going to take a nap, and then I'm just going to like power through like the entire like evening and just stay up till like 6 o'clock in the morning and then drink more coffee. But I knew you, I would crash or will crash if I try and do that and not wake up till like 4 p.m. tomorrow. So my updated smart plan for this is I'm gonna read probably 100 pages of Rebel of the Sands. It's only like a 260 something page book. So I'm gonna read 100 pages tonight and then probably go to sleep around like 1:30 a.m. or 2 maybe. I think I can read 100 pages in like an hour. And then I'm gonna wake up probably around like 6 a.m.-ish tomorrow, and that's gonna be kind of like my start to my power like reading. I have my water. I'm gonna go brush my teeth and get all comfortable in bed and then start reading Rebel of the Sands, and I will update you guys when I get to 100 pages. Let the games commence. Good morning, people! 8:35. 8:35! I was supposed to wake up at 6 a.m. but that didn't really work or go as planned. Last night I read up to page 120 in Rebel of the Sands, so I didn't go to sleep till probably like 2 a.m. last night, and then I was like, Naya, if you're gonna make it through this, you need to sleep and then wake up early so that you have a full day of reading. This book takes place like in the desert, and it follows our main character she's like a crazy, like excellent sharpshooter. She enters into this like sharpshooting competition to try and win some money so that she can leave like the small town that she's in, because in this town it's like you either get married or you die. Like there's no other future for you. The first chapter was so good, you guys. Like literally I read it in like 5 seconds and then I read another chapter and another chapter. So now I'm going to make some coffee, make some breakfast, eat that, get hydrated, and then start my day of reading. So yeah.
If I'm on my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. If I'm on my way home, yeah.
It's 1 p.m. now, and I was like so, okay, you know when you're reading a book that's so good that you just like forget about time, like time just doesn't exist anymore, so you just sit and you read and you read and you read and you're just so into it, and it isn't until like say someone knocks on your door that you like get back into reality and you're like, wait, what? That is basically what happened to me. Someone knocked at the door and I'm just like came out of my like super long hour and a half, 2 hour like reading a sprint I was on. I am currently on page 250. I am so close to finishing the book, you guys. I have like this much left and I can't believe how quick, like it is only 1 p.m. and I'm already pretty much almost done with my first book. Like that is so insane. Rebel of the Sands is so good, you guys. Like literally you just read it and it's just so much happens and it's just such an easy read and it's so good. It takes place like it's very much an action like book. I am in love with the main characters. She is just like our main character, Amani. She's just amazing, and then the main guy character in this book also, they're just very like such good characters. I only have, I think I lied, there's like 310 pages in here, I think. So I only have like 60 pages left, but I'm gonna take a quick lunch break and then come back and finish it. And yeah, it's just I've read this so quickly. It's been so long since I've read something so fast. So anyways, I will update you guys after lunch. Look at my beautiful masterpiece. Is that the most beautiful chicken salad you've ever seen? Be honest. Be honest. Ah, you guys! I just got a knock at my door. Penguin Random House! Oh my god. Penguin Random House sent me some books, and I know what books these are, and I'm so freaking excited because they emailed me with like their like list of like some new releases coming out, and they're like, hey, are you interested in any of these? And I'm like, yes, I am. You guys, I have been waiting for this package to come in for like 3 days. It came so quick. I literally just emailed Penguin and they just like sent down this. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna finish my lunch and resist unboxing this, but we're gonna unbox this in like 5 seconds, okay? I finished all my food. I feel like my 2-year-old sister who I constantly have to be like, Naomi, finish your food and then you can play with your toys. For me, it's like, Naya, finish your food, then you can open your box of books. I'm so excited. Okay, open this. Oh my god. Okay, first of all, thank you so much, Penguin. Like, they are so wonderful at just like sending books. Oh, you know it's gonna be good when they pack it in bubble wrap, you guys. Oh my god. Okay, hold on 1 second. I need to bring this camera down here so you guys can see this. You guys, I'm so happy. Okay, so the first book in here is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I have been waiting to read this book and I finally have it. Oh my god. There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. Made of Night by, who is this by? Bell Book of the Lost and Found. I don't know if you guys know the story of the Pied Piper, but this is a graphic novel written by Jay Kristoff and who is the other author? Jessica Freeberg, and I'm so excited. It's like a retelling of it in graphic novel form. And then my baby, my child, oh my god, this is the book. Witchwood, this is Tara Mafi's newest book. Oh my god, if you guys haven't read Furthermore, read Furthermore. For anybody who's new to my channel and doesn't know, Tara Mafi is my favorite author of all times. The Shatter Me series by Tara Mafi is my child, my baby. I read Furthermore, her newest like middle grade book, which I absolutely loved, and this is the sequel to that book, Witchwood, and it's so beautiful. Oh my god. I'm just over here trying to live my life, read some books for this read-a-thon, and they just keep staring at me. These books. Oh! I finished Rebel of the Sands. It was so good. It had a really wonderful ending. It was one of those endings that was like a total setup for the next book that's going to be coming, or I think the second book's already out. The third book will be coming out soon. So good. I definitely want to continue reading the series, but I will say this series was so fast-paced, so good. If you want something with magic in it and action and like a little bit of romance, this is definitely the book for you. There is a huge plot twist towards the end that I was not expecting, that literally... Zen, your food's done! Okay, there was a huge plot twist towards the end that I did not expect, that like when it happened, I was literally like, oh! It was really good. I see you, Zen. Get out of my shot. The second book on my TBR list is supposed to be The Afterlife of Holly Chase, but as you guys know, I got this giant box of books right over here, and I can't help it, you guys. I can't help it. I think I'm just gonna start reading Witchwood because I honestly cannot wait. So yeah, I'm gonna take a quick coffee break, have some coffee, have a snack, and then I'm gonna dive into Witchwood by Tara Mafi, and I'm so excited to read this one. Coffee has been drunken. Energy has been restored. 6 p.m. Actually, 6:02 on the dot. Can you see that, kind of? 6 more hours of reading. Can I finish Witchwood in 6 hours? Yes. I am actually gonna break out my bag, my cat bag. For anyone who's been following my channel, you know what's in this bag. This is my, as I like to call it, my annotation bag. I have sticky notes, I have sticky tabs, I have post-it notes, I have highlighters, I have like everything I need to annotate a book. Some of you may not be into annotating and see it as a form of book abuse. Over here at Naya Reads and Smiles, it is a form of book love. So I actually plan on annotating this book while I'm reading because I just know, like literally, Furthermore, when I read Furthermore, I just annotated the heck out of it, and I know like Tara Mafi, she's like a poet who decided to write a book. That's how I always describe her writing, so I know there's gonna be some really good quotes in here. I will update you when I'm either halfway done, close to finishing, or just when it gets close to midnight, we'll see, but okay. I am 63 pages into this book, and if you can see, I've already annotated it quite a bit. Hey everybody! Okay, so it is 6 o'clock in the morning. But basically, you guys, what happened last night, I read and I read and I read until midnight, and I got to page 236 in Witchwood, so I did not finish it by the official end of this read-a-thon, but I did continue to read, and I ended up finishing Witchwood at about, I would say 3 in the morning. And then after I finished it, I slept probably for like 2 hours. I woke up at around like 5 something ish, and literally, you guys, like, I had spent the whole day reading and not doing anything physically, so as soon as I got up, I went straight to the gym, and I showered, but then I ran for like 30 minutes just because I just had to move my body because I was just like so antsy. I don't know why. Anyways, I have a ridiculous amount of energy now, which I don't know why, because I did not sleep like a smidge last night, but I finished Witchwood, so I don't know if it technically counts, but I finished 2 books during this 24-hour read-a-thon. Witchwood was absolutely amazing. Like, this book was dark, you guys. Like, this is probably like one of the darkest middle grade books I've ever read. Like, it's reminds me of a Tim Burton style like book or style plot, but written for a middle grade audience. So very creepy, but I love creepy. And this was so good. And if you guys can see, like, I thoroughly annotated this book. Like, I loved it so much. It was amazing. So the characters that were in Furthermore were as well in this book, and it was just so good. And I love Tahira Mafi's writing. Like, even her middle grade writing is really, really good. But anyway, so that concludes the read-a-thon. It is December 10th. It is officially over. Like, I am just such on a reading high right now. I'm probably gonna end up reading some more later today. Like, that's what I love about read-a-thons, is they push me to read more, and like, I'm just on a roll now. So I'm gonna edit this video, hopefully get it up today. Today's Sunday, and yeah, and then just continue reading some more. So this was so much fun. I will definitely participate in Zoe's future 24-hour read-a-thons because this was just ridiculous amounts of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching. So until next time, keep reading, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!